Harmony with Harmony Empress Tarot. We are going to do a true crime reading again. My last video was done on Layla Santinello that was posted on TikTok. And Layla came in very, very strong. Now, I always like to say this is my interpretation of events, anything that I was picking up on, anything that I was seeing, along with whatever the cards were saying, okay? Sometimes it might not be accurate, all right? When we do these kinds of things, we channel a lot of energies. However, I believe that what that reading represented did have some significance because Layla's aunt reached out to me. And I will be putting up the conclusion of that reading shortly. I was having issues with the 4th, 5th, and 6th parts because they are 10-minute long videos, and that is on my TikTok. So those will be uploaded. However, today I wanted to turn the attention to a little 12-year-old girl who has been missing since 1993. I want to state that I do know of Sara Anne Wood, and that's who we're going to be reaching out to today. I don't know the full case history, okay? I do know that she was a little girl missing from New York. I remember it from the 90s. I remember seeing her face on the news. All right, so that's why I picked this case. Aside from that, I have no other knowledge. I didn't research anything. I do not know anything else, okay? I know that her body was never recovered. That's about the most that I know. So, with that being said, okay, last night, I do something that's called scribing, okay? And what that entails is me grabbing a pen. I placed a picture of Sara on my computer, and I was feeling her energy and tuning into her energies, all right, while meditating very heavily. And I grabbed my pen and I started to get visions. And as I was getting those visions, I did make some notes. You can see it's quite unorganized here, okay? This is what it looks like when you scribe. This is not making up anything. This is things that I believe Sara was showing me through her eyes, okay? And she really did give me a lot of information. I am going to go through that with you now. Now, I'm also going to state this as well. This could be a trigger warning, okay? Because it does involve violence. This is an unsolved murder missing person case, okay? So, if this is for someone who can't handle that kind of thing, please turn the video off now, scroll, do whatever you're doing, okay? But I am going to go into some depth. I do believe that Sara gave me quite a bit of information last night. I was really tuning into her energy and tuning into her energy hard. And, you know, when you're clairvoyant, there's things you do, things that your body goes through, things that you can feel when you're scribing, when you're channeling. And, you know, we take on some of the emotions that they're feeling as we're seeing them, okay? This subject, I was very lightheaded. I had a headache for a while. You know, took a lot of my energy last night to do this scribe. And I don't really do it often, okay? So with that being said, let's get into what Sara was showing me. I wrote down consciously, okay, not scribing, Sara Anne Wood. She ended up missing from Litchfield, New York on August 18th of 1993. Okay, the first thing that Sara was telling me, I saw like a street sign, okay, like a street sign, and then the numbers 612, okay, so I believe she was trying to tell me Route 612. I don't know where that is, okay. She also told me an A. The town starts with an A. She was also telling me Armstrong Street. I don't know what relevance this has to anything. Okay. After she told me these things, okay, she told me that there was a silver vehicle, older model, of course, because it's going to be from the early 1990s. She said it was in between a 1970s and 80s style vehicle, either a truck or a van, like a Ram Charger or a Ford Ecoline. It was a big truck or van, okay, with blue interior of the vehicle. She did tell me a little bit about her assailant or murderer. She describes him as a man with a blue button-down work-style shirt like a janitor. Okay? The way she's showing it to me, it's not like a uniform shirt. It's kind of like the color of a denim shirt without being a denim shirt. And it had white buttons, white, like, snappy buttons. He was a balding type man with dark, dirty blonde hair that was slicked back, kind of long and scruffy. He did have a mustache at the time and a beard. She says he was in his 40s, mid-40s to early 50s. And he was wearing blue jeans, Wrangler blue jeans with brown work boots. She was being very specific here, okay? Very specific. She's telling me when she was in that vehicle that the assailant came with a quote-unquote kit, okay, that included tape, wire, and she showed me a broom handle, okay, and a ski mask. She tells me that her wrists were tied and that she was gagged during SA. Okay, so she was abused. She told me when she tried to fight that there was a rock, and I got a headache immediately after she told me this. She got hit in the head with a rock, okay? She also told me that this did not, the murder did not happen immediately, okay? He held her nearby where from her location, okay? It is a cabin after a mountain range, okay? A cabin after a mountain range. She said there is a park nearby and a body of water. All right, she says she can hear the water running. When she's showing it to me, she's showing me there's some light, there's old leaves is what she's showing me, like fall weather. And she can hear water running. Okay. She also mentioned the name Molly. I don't know who Molly is. But someone named Molly is significant to her. Maybe a friend, family member. I don't know. Okay. And she also told me that she was wearing pink and white floral underwear. And that her clothes were burned. So her clothes were not on her when she was put in her final resting place or temporary resting place. I'm hoping with this information it might give somebody, the family or someone in law enforcement or someone who knows this kind of area near Route 6112, a city beginning with A, some street called Armstrong Street. If it's something that is familiar to someone, please let me know. It would give me vindication for what she was seeing. There we go. The broom handle kind of bothered me. And I'm thinking that she was assaulted with this broom handle during SA. Okay? She does say that she was gagged. And that she was bound. At least, I don't know about her feet. But she did tell me that her hands were bound like this. Okay? So, she was hit in the head with a rock. Alright? I don't know if she was captive with someone else. Maybe that's why this Molly character is important to her, because she kept referring to her. She said, Molly, Molly, Molly. So, I don't know who Molly is. In this kind of line of work, especially with only being my second true crime reading, okay? I'm taking what I can get. But yeah, she said she got hit in the head with a rock. I do believe that was before the SA took place, or right before the SA took place, because she was bound and gagged. Okay. She definitely said there's a park nearby. It's a wooded area. Um, Fall leaves, and she can hear water running. And wherever she would tell before the murder, or the murder might have even occurred in this cabin. She said cabin after mountains. Okay, so this is what she gave me. It's all the information I just said to you. Understand, I did no research on this case. Okay, all I know is from what I remember, and that, you know, they declared her dead. They never found her body. That's all I know. So, on my honor, on God's honest honor, I did not research anything in this case. This is what was given to me. So, what we're going to do, and I've meditated on Sara's energy all day today, and almost all of last night, especially after the scribe. So, I want to see what we can't get, if we can get any more information as to where she is and who did this to her. I'm also going to try and see not only Sara's energy, and I'm going to warn you, this is going to be a long reading, okay? I'm going to try and see not only Sara's energy, but the energy of her killer, willing, dead or alive, okay? Don't know if they're alive, don't know if they're dead, don't know who this person is. But she said that they were dressed up like, kind of like a janitor would be, okay? Tune into the spirit of Sara Anne Wood. What can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? Understand that my decks are not rigged, okay? They are pre-shuffled at random. I do not know what is going to come out here, okay? I can only hope that whatever comes out here will be a key and a tool to try and help her. Get one more. Okay. Patience, okay? Patience. This case has been going on since 1993, and she's never been recovered. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Lots of information she just gave me here. Part is transformation. This tells me that she is no longer of this world, okay? She's no longer earthly bound. She is in the afterlife. That's what it's telling me. Forgiveness, okay? She's saying to have forgiveness, or she has forgiveness for what has happened to her. This is meant to be. Unfortunately, this was her life's path. This was not that it's meant to happen, but this is how it turned out, and she accepts it. All right. Slow it down. And I have a feeling this is the police. They rushed to judgment on something here, okay? She's saying, look at the clues, look at the answers. They're there, you'll find me. Slow it down. Stop assuming or going too fast here. Perhaps the police have some suspicions on some suspects here. But she's telling them to slow it down because this person might not be the person that did this. Knowledge. They have some knowledge of what's happened here. Alright? Or she has the knowledge of who did this. She might be following this person's energy if they're still within the living. Or somebody knows something, okay, and isn't saying something, maybe. And then you have abundance. And I believe the abundance here is recognizing that her spirit is off into the other world, okay, or heaven, whatever you believe in, okay. I do know that she was a Christian, so that I'm believing this is her interpretation of heaven. Changing your tune. Again, I have a feeling wherever they're thinking that the person that committed this crime, or possibly where they've been searching, is the wrong place, and she's trying to tell you, change your tune, change your path. I'm not where you think I am, okay? This is what I'm feeling. So, let's place these cards so they're kind of nice, neat, and organized. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to move some things here because this is going to be a very detailed reading. I want to grab, and I'm not grabbing my general energies yet here, okay? Put the selenite stick here because I want a lot of power. I want a lot of things coming through. We are going to grab some oracle and see if maybe the oracle can lead us into something here. Please concentrate on Sara Anne Wood. Any advice, guidance, or messages? Working through the fears. Interesting. Okay. Full moon in Scorpio. Sara is a Pisces. Okay. She was born in March. So she is a Pisces. The power of the purpose. Working through fears. Power of the purpose. The purpose here is to find where she is so that there is closure here. This is what she is saying. Working through the fears. The fear is of people not knowing where she is. Okay? But she is trying to give us hints as to where she can be located. Just bear with me. This card fell out. Shining through. Her spirit is shining through here. She is in the afterworld. However, she does want her earthly bound remains to be found here. Alright. Bottom of the deck. Time machine. Okay, so she's recognizing there's a significant amount of time that has passed by. She also feels that if these things here being implemented, that they will find her. Okay, so time machine. It might take a little while. Okay, is what she's telling me. Look where you need to look. Stop. She's telling me that they need to slow it down. They have some evidence here with knowledge, right? And that they need to change their way of thinking here in order to track her down, because she is not where they say that she is. Okay, this is what she's telling me. And that route to, or 612 just popped in my head again. I just had a hot ash from my incense fall off from my floater, sorry. Alright. What can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? Any messages, advice, or guidance as to what we need to know regarding what happened to her? These are all falling on the ground. I find this significant. This could indicate that she's buried somewhere. Contemplation. Okay, this person may have planned this. And as I was doing the scribing, I did feel as though this wasn't just a random act. Okay, I also feel as though this person has done this before. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. What else can you tell me for Sara Anne Wood? Please tune into Sara Anne Wood's energy. Tell me what happened to her. Wow. The truth is going to be exposed here. Okay, the truth is going to be exposed here. Someone hasn't been saying what they need to say, okay, regarding this. Someone's either not talking or hasn't been talking, or someone knows the truth and is going to speak it. Because then you got miracles. The miracle is finding her, okay? It's been many, many years here. What, 30? So, I mean, it's time for, you know, her family to have some closure, not knowing where she is. And then love. And she's saying that she's showing love, okay? She loves her family. She was a very lovable person. She was very creative and had nothing but love in her heart. The childhood innocence is what I'm feeling here. Okay? Sara is coming out very, very strong in this reading, and I'm happy about that because I've really been tuning into her energies. Alright, let's see what else the Oracle can say. Tune into Sara Anne Wood. Tell me any messages about Sara Anne Wood. Where can we find her? What happened to her? Vitality. Yeah. This girl is telling me that she was very vivacious, okay? She was very vivacious, very energetic, took care of herself, very creative, loved sports as well, took care of her body, and was of sound mind, okay, very, very smart young lady. And she's telling me that even in death, she is still this way, even though she is passed on. And this is confirmation. She is definitely passed on, okay? She's not being hidden anywhere. There was a bad act that was done to her. What else can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? Any messages? Anything we need to know about Sara Anne Wood, or something that you could help us with Sara Anne Wood Spirit? What can you tell me? What can you tell me about her murder or her location? I believe I know what happened to her here. I do. Organizing the mind, okay, at the bottom of this deck, which tells me that maybe the police have to reconcentrate, okay, go through these file boxes, re-interview people, and maybe you'll find your answer. You have relaxed energy here, okay, but also notice that there's a deer here. So this kind of indicates to me that she's at peace in death, but she's in a wooded area where deer or elk or some sort of wildland animals are, okay? And transformation, she's transformed. Again, she got it twice, okay? She's transformed from earthly body to spirit body, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Wow. All right. What we're going to do is try and see what we can find out for the general energies here for Sara Anne Wood, and see if this leads us to something else. All right. I think the scribing is a big part of this reading, okay, because she did give me a lot of details. So this may be one place the police want to look. Please give me the general energies to help with the location of, or telling us what happened to Sara Anne Wood. The High Priestess. The truth is going to come out, okay? There's truth here. There's some truth here. Under transformation, forgiveness. She knows the truth. Someone's going to know the truth. The truth is going to be exposed. Again, you have truth down here as well. Okay, the High Priestess. Truth. Please tune into Sara Anne Wood. What can you tell me for Sara Anne Wood? The Chariot. Yeah. This indicates a path, okay? And I believe this is the path of her going on from her earthly body to her spiritual body, okay? This could also indicate that someone within the investigation needs to make a choice to find the truth, okay? Again, re-interviewing people, tracking down old leads that they may have dismissed. She is telling me where they think I am is not where I am, okay? This is what she's been telling me, and she's been telling me it all along. I'm not where they think I am, okay? I'm not where they think I am. Knight of Pentacles. She walked away, okay, or someone is walking away. I feel with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is about walking away from the past and embracing the new, okay? Creating new. And I believe this is her saying, I've lived my earthly life, and I have now passed on, and I leave that there, and I'm happy where I am, even though it's caused such sadness for others, and that's under forgiveness. Either that, or this is telling me that there are clues left by the murderer, okay, or the abductor. There are clues there that need to be found, and the police need to find the path where it is, because at that point, the truth will be revealed. Strength. She tried to fight, okay? She tried to fight. She tried to scream. Strength is about, like, trying to pull your mouth apart here to get you to speak. Again, she did say that she was gagged, so I do think that she was screaming for help or trying to get help, someone to try and notice her. I do have a feeling, though, that this cabin, that she, wow, very lightheaded. The cabin that they were in, okay, past the mountains, is desolate. It's like a hunting cabin or a survival cabin, maybe a cabin on a trail, okay, where no one could possibly hear her or hear her cries. All right, this is where I believe that she was murdered. What else can you tell me for Sara Anne Wood? Seven of Cups. This person had a lot of options, okay? A lot of options, and I believe they chose her for a reason, okay? I also believe with the Seven of Cups that this person, this is, and I said this in the beginning, this is not someone that did it just once, okay? This isn't just one random act. This is something that they've done before. I apologize for any background noise. My kids are out of school due to a snow day and the ice and the cold. So I apologize about that. I'll try to remove any background noise. Tell me more about Sara Anne Wood and where we could find her. Tell me about Sara Anne Wood. It's not that we didn't know, okay? We did. But this, I apologize. My son is playing on his game. He's being loud and obnoxious. This is the death card. This tells me that she has definitely moved on. This indicates murder. This can also indicate that she had a slow death, would slow it down. Like I said, I don't think she was immediately murdered after she was picked up by this person. I think she was held captive for a while. She could have been captive with several other people, which could be the reason why that Molly name keeps coming up. This could also indicate that maybe the suspect, the person that did this, is dead. Okay. Slow it down. Investigate this person. What else can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? Yeah, there's an entanglement here with the Five of Wands. This person was organized, but not too organized, okay? They thought they had their shit together, all right? This person researched, okay, how to do something like this. Now, back in the 90s, in the early 90s, the internet was very much in its infancy. So, you know, I mean, it's detective work. It's much harder than, you know, with all the technology that we have today. You know, DNA wasn't prevalent back then, really. It was in its infancy. But there's some sort of entanglement, and I do believe there's more than one child. If you look at this card, okay, again, they're surrounded by wood, all right, and then there's a child hanging on to this person, all right. So I do believe that, like, this is Sara trying, like, it's wrapped around this person and his energy, okay. Could be multiple people also involved, as you see that there's other hands here trying to hold on to this person's legs, trying to grab them and push them down, all right, or gain control of them. So I do believe that, you know, this person has done this to other people. This could be this person's guilt. This could indicate a confession, but there's some sort of entanglement here. And I do believe it's with many people, not just Sara. All right. Tell me about knowledge. Lightheaded as hell here. Tell me about knowledge. The Two of Cups. Okay. The Two of Cups can mean unconditional love, all right? But this can also mean decisions, okay? Fighting between two people. Deciding between two people. He may have decided, and this is where this girl Molly might come in, you know, if she exists. Molly could have been a prospective victim or is a victim of this person as well. I see him deciding between the two, okay? There could have been two people, like Sara and this other person in this cabin being held captive, and someone has knowledge of that. Could it be the murderer? Yes. Could it also be, you know, there's evidence here under the knowledge? That could be as well, if they can find the cabin, okay? I feel as if they search this area and they find this cabin that's abandoned in the woods. All right, it's in a area that is not well traversed. Okay, um, this is what I'm feeling. Wherever it is near this mountain range. What else can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? Nine of Swords. Not sleeping. Okay, having nightmares. Kind of closing their eyes to the whole event. They don't want to see it. They don't want to recognize it. This could be the murderer themselves, okay? They replay this in their mind. I don't believe, though, I don't believe this person is remorseful. I feel very cold and calculating, just disgusted. The things that are going through my head. This person was cruising for young children, okay? Or like preteen to teenage girls and boys. Okay, I don't think it was just girls. I think it was and boys. This person is a social loner, okay? Not popular with people. Kind of stays to themselves, okay? Lived a quiet life, thought that they could, get this done without being acknowledged or noticed, all right? Because nobody paid attention to them. They don't have much of a family life. I'm seeing an older lady. This could be a mother of this person or possibly a wife. As she said, they were in like the 40s or 50s at the time. But I have a feeling it's like this person was living with their mother at one point or is now living with a mother, or being a caretaker for someone who's older. All right. I do feel that this person they relive it in their head. Okay. I don't feel this person is caught. I don't feel this person has been caught. This person has done this multiple times to several young children, but I don't think this person has been caught. And I think whoever the main suspect here is in the case, even though I don't get a good vibe off of them, I don't feel that's the same person. I don't know. Either that or this person wears a mask and can, very solitary, introverted person, all right, stays to themselves, but can be deceiving, maybe towards children because it's easier because children believe that, like, people are nice and good, okay? That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm seeing an old lady open up a door, okay? So I don't know if this is now. I don't know if this is then. I don't know. However, what I'm seeing is not, I don't think this is in the past. I think this is either current or in the future, okay? And I see someone opening up the door. There's constables or state police. They have those weird funky hats underneath their chin, and they're knocking on this lady's door. And I feel this old lady is a key, okay, is a key into finding out what really happened to Sara Anne Wood. All right. I do believe that if she is not like a significant other, which I don't feel that from this person, okay? I feel it's like a motherly, grandmotherly, probably more motherly though. And I mean, she's really old, like really, really old. I would say probably in her 80s, 90s by now, okay? Not sure how this person ties in. I mean, my perception of time could be off with this person in particular, with this motherly figure. All right. I see gray, kind of curly-ish hair, short. I see dark rimmed glasses, very thick glasses. I see she's significantly older with liver spots. Um, she's not frail though. She's kind of a little bit more heavy set. Getting very lightheaded on this card. We're going to come back to that, okay, for clarifiers. What else can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? This is why I do this, because even though Sara told me a lot, sometimes I can pick up on other things based on what the cards say, and I can feel those energies. Tell me about Sara Anne Wood. There goes my son again. Six of Pentacles, giving more than receiving, okay? This person is Sara feels as though there is more, this person may have been questioned previously, okay? And they're not, the police are not receiving as much information as they were given, or they weren't processing the information that they were given as they should have, okay? That could be a possibility as well. What else can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? What can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood and her disappearance? Eight of Swords. Like I said, someone here wears a mask, okay? Or could have worn a mask. Like I said, there was a ski mask in the kit. I don't know if they wore it because she gave me a pretty good detail of this person's face. This could just be acknowledging the fact that this person wore a mask, that sometimes they might seem, you know, because I do believe they held her captive for a short term before she was murdered. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because she was abducted in August, and when she's showing me fall. Okay, wherever this is. So for me, it's telling me that, you know, this person could be wearing a mask because it's cold out. This person could be, you know, again, I feel a loner personality here, okay? Very introverted, okay? Not willing to, you know, speak to people kind of on the outside. Doesn't let many people in. Is more closer to the family, okay? But seems normal by all accounts, but is really a psychopath here. All right, and I hate to say it, but I am getting like serial killer vibes here. Okay, this is not the first time they did something. Change your tune, and then the Lovers. Okay. Give me a moment. Let me pick up on this energy. Was this person involved with someone else that might have known? No. This person, from what I'm feeling, okay, this person was very loner, very lonely. I don't feel this person got attention. This person has hate for females, okay? Hate for females, hate for males. Was very disregarded. Never got any kind of, you know, opposite sex attraction. You know, wasn't noticed, not attractive. This person is definitely not attractive is what I'm getting. Under the radar kind of deal. And was rejected a lot. And with this Lover's card next to the Eight of Swords, I do feel that in a sick game, this person would kidnap multiple people, hold them hostage, and I don't know if it was just this for sexual gratification here. There's certainly a part of that is big here. Very disturbed mind. But I also think at the same time, not only with the SA, that they were longing for somebody's company, for any kind of company, but it had to be, I would say, a child within 12 to maybe 17 years of age. Because no one else would notice them. They had this, I hate to say kink, but it was, and this person felt as though this would be their family, okay? Kind of like polygamy vibes, but with lots of violence. Wanted multiple people, all right? Someone that they would be able to have at any time. Bear with me. This person wanted, like, they'd never been married. I don't believe that they had any children. Very, very loner. And felt as though if they could force these individuals, these young children, preteen to teenager, that he could have their way with them. I do feel though, and I'm seeing it in the cabin, this person having like a little bit of, it's so masochistic, it's disgusting, kind of like bribing and blackmailing them. Oh, you want food? Well, come take care of me. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Wanted the pick of the litter on certain days. You know, kind of tyrannical in a way. This might be where Molly comes in, because I do feel there's other energies in this cabin besides him and Sara. And I do believe this was not a willing participant. And that's what I'm going to say on that. Okay. Let's see what else we can't come up with here. Tell me about the High Priestess. I am very lightheaded, my friends. My head is aching. Okay. My muscles are sore. Yeah. Nine of Cups. This person was not fulfilled, or this person was not fulfilled with what they had, okay? They weren't happy in their lives. And like I said here with this Eight of Swords, with this Lover's card, with this Nine of Swords, with this Two of Cups, and this entanglement here, this person with this Nine of Cups is not fulfilled. So no matter what his prisoners did, he would still be unsatisfied. Okay, he would have his fill and he would still be unsatisfied. And that is when, you know, when he would get tired of them, he would discard them. Okay, and that's under the Truth. Okay, which makes me believe that there's multiple people involved here. You also have the Six of Cups. All right, the Six of Cups indicates to me that this is about a child. Okay, it's someone in the past that may have known this person. I don't feel that this is someone that Sara knew. Okay, the Six of Cups represents someone from the past or a child. I do have a feeling it's representing a child because it is Sara. Okay, and she was only 12 or 13 at the time of her disappearance. Under the Chariot, that decision, that path being made, what can you tell me for Sara Anne Wood? The Queen of Swords. This child was very much in defense, okay? She tried to appease this person because she was trying to gain the upper hand. I have a feeling she was trying to gain his trust, so that she would be able to let go and be let go free. And this was a decision that she made. All right. I think she felt as though if she could convince him that she wouldn't run away, okay, She would never tell anybody. She tried to, not necessarily, and I don't want this to sound fucked up, but like gain his affections. She was trying to do everything to get on his good side so that maybe she wouldn't end up like someone else. And I think she's fully aware here that there's murders that have occurred. And I think he's actually boasted about this to them, whoever his victims are. Like, if you're a good little girl or a good little boy, that won't happen to you if you listen to what I tell you to do. He was slowly torturing them, okay? Slowly torturing them. This was not just like a rage kill, okay? The very slow, methodical, planned, you know, random disappearances, of course. But he had, and it is a he, it's a male, had a certain thought process in mind of what he wanted to do, and then he went out to go and get what he wanted. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Creating something. The Three of Pentacles is about an opportunity for creation here. And that's under the Knight of Pentacles. And I do believe here that this person enjoyed seeing his work being publicized, okay, and knowing that he hasn't been caught. Creating chaos, creating sadness. This person wanted other people to feel the way that he felt because of all the rejection that this person experienced. And under strength, you have the Ace of Cups here, okay? This sick fuck told these girls and boys that he loved them and that he wanted them to be a family. This is what I'm picking up, okay? I hate to say it that way, but that's what I'm feeling. We're gonna be a family, and if you play your cards right, we can have a beautiful family, blah, 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 blah. We can live in harmony, but don't you ever disobey me. Don't you ever try to run off. This is kind of what I'm feeling here. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. I have a feeling this sick fuck would sexually abuse these kids and make them say, I love you to him. Okay? Because he's been so... dejected, rejected. So he wanted to go out and forcibly create what he has never had. And in his mind, he thought that was okay. But he's also a sociopath and psychotic. Okay? Under the Seven of Cups is the Seven of Wands. So we're seeing synchronicity. Okay? So 7-7 might be... 7-7, someone with the birth date of 77, June or July 7th for a birthday, okay? This might be relevant here, okay? The number 77 could be a house number, I don't know, okay? Seven of Wands, there's a lot of fighting here. A lot of fighting with the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So, options, confusion, not sure what to do. Seven of Wands, this person, I feel these are the kids that are willing to fight, okay, or they're trying to warn off the attacks from this person. The Death card here, tune into Sara Anne's energy. Death, yeah, they, it's fucked up. This person was following these cases. Okay. In this little cabin, there's a tiny, and this is what I'm seeing, there's a tiny itty bitty, like an emergency TV, radio kind of get up, okay? And he was watching, like, news coverage, okay? And he wanted to hurt. When he would hear these families talk about, I want my child back, he knew he had all that power and control. And you had the Page of Wands under death. He wanted to kill, okay? It infuriated him because, again, relying on the past, he never had anything like that. I don't feel that his mother and father cared about him in the way that you normally would with a healthy family. It was quite dysfunctional. I'm feeling alcoholism, not only just between this person's father, but alcoholism goes a long way throughout the family, including him. He was an alcoholic. I don't know if he did drugs, but I'm seeing alcohol, okay? He was tracing everything and knew that things were, maybe things were beginning to close in on them, and that at some point, maybe, you know, and I even will say this is Sara or one of these other kids in this cabin were trying to tell them, hey, you know, I won't, you know, tell anybody, but I want to go home, or that is actually what caused this man to murder this child, okay? He had no intention of keeping her alive, okay, or any of these kids alive. He did it anyway. And I feel, though, as the publicity started to heat up, he knew it was his time to make his move, which is why the 5 of Wands is here. Tell me about the 5 of Wands. Nine of Wands. He is definitely paranoid, okay? Definitely paranoid. Knows that this case is getting bigger than what he anticipated, okay? Especially for Sara. I'm not sure about the Somali girl, but I know a lot of attention was drawn on to Sara. And this person is in their head. They're plotting, planning with the 5 of Wands, how to get rid of this, how to cover their tracks so that they don't get caught, okay? I don't feel this person's IQ is very high. However, I do think they were smart enough to try to cover their tracks, okay? But there is evidence out there. Yeah, 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Made a decision to move, okay? Made a decision to physically move. So when, and this has to do with the cabin in the mountains. The heat was coming, okay? And this person was very, very paranoid of being found out, right? And decided that making a move would be the best time, especially under the 2 of Cups, is making a decision regarding 2 people, okay? So he might have decided to kill Sara first, or could have decided to kill this other girl. But there's physical move. This indicates travel, and this is a sign of completion. So they left, okay? It tells me they left, all right? And then the Wheel of Fortune. Next to the 10 of Wands, the wheel, okay? Driving away from the cabin, driving away from wherever, picking a good spot to finally follow through on his plan, because they knew that things were getting close, okay? Things were getting too hot, and he had to remove the victims, the evidence, okay? Needed to get rid of that. Didn't want it to because he knew the longer he held these kids captive, the quicker he was going to be picked up. So he's traveling, okay? With the 10 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, he is traveling. The wheels are spinning, okay? This could also indicate thinking, how am I going to get out of this? How can I cover my tracks? But I also believe this is a physical move, removing from the cabin. And I'm not sure if she was killed at the cabin, okay? I have a good feeling that's a possibility because it was abandoned. Again, back then, DNA was not what it is today. And he might have had like a suspicion because it is in the woods, all right, near a body of water, and past a mountain range. This is what she told me. I am giving you all the information as I'm getting it here. So many downloads here. Like, I know I connected to Layla, But Sara is really coming through very strong here. And I believe possibly her killer too as well. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles for Sara Anne Wood. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. So like I said with the Six of Pentacles, all right, someone was giving more than that they were receiving. Do I know if this person was talked to by the police? Possibly. All right. And possibly overlooked here. All right. Possibly overlooked here. This person wasn't giving as much information as they were receiving, or the cops weren't giving enough information for this person to receive to make a decision on, like, do I stay here or do I go? Okay, it's kind of what I'm feeling. And then you have the Ace of Wands, okay? So some sort of wish fulfillment here. Also notice this looks like a broomstick, okay? I'm just saying. Maybe worried that evidence was going to be collected. Again, giving and receiving, or you know, tips. They're not getting as much tips. You know, they're getting tips, but it's not receiving to enough information. I see this as a broom handle, okay? Especially with that. Could be that he essayed her one final time. Tell me about the Eight of Swords. I believe this is where this person completely lost it, okay? Four of Wands. Don't yell at me for saying this, but the Four of Wands typically indicates celebration, okay? And I have a feeling this is when Sara was killed. And the reason why it's a celebration is because she's now free from these earthly bounds and the torture that she was receiving with this person with the mask. All right. This is telling me about her murder. She was freed from her earthly bounds and went to heaven. Okay. And as sad as she was, she wanted to live. Okay. You guys got to understand. She did. She wanted to live. And she tried to placate this guy. And she knew at some point it was just no use. Okay. And he just overcame her. And I don't know if this other child that was with them, I don't know if Sara was the first to be murdered, okay? And I'm going to say this too. They're not in the same location, all right? I don't know if he murdered her in the cabin and then moved her body, which is kind of what I'm guessing, all right? And took the necessary means to try to cover it up. But I also feel like if this Molly or this other child, boy or girl, okay, was still with him, he's, you know, threatening him, you know, this is what's going to happen to you. Like, just sheer terrorizing this kid, okay? Terrorizing. What else can you tell me about Sara Anne Wood? Also notice it's in a wooded area, okay? It's in a wooded area. There's trees all around, okay? There's trees all around. You can see they're kind of playing here, all right? Kind of playing here. So this tells me as well, this is where she was killed, okay? In a meadow, like a wooded area, all right? She did say that she can hear water running and that there was a park nearby where kids play. And I mean, the card depicts that. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this is this asshole telling this other kid, okay, if you don't want to end up like her, you're going to keep your mouth shut and not say a fucking thing, okay? Maybe even was robbing people, okay, to survive, or was getting money from somewhere, all right? Made a phone call, hey, I need money, maybe to the mom. Wow, that's sick. All right, the Sun. I'm going to take this card one of two ways, okay? Do not shoot the messenger here. With the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. All right? Now, if you look at it, Sun kind of looks like heaven, okay? Kind of looks heavenly. And I have a feeling that this could be the spirit of this child moving on into the afterworld. okay? But there's also a Page of Pentacles, okay? So this communication, I need money, okay, or I need resources, and someone sent it to them, okay? Someone sent it to them in some way. And again, tracking this information is hard, especially back then, because we didn't keep the kind of records that, we have today. It's very easy to track down these kinds of things. You also have to understand that cell phones were very much in their infancy back then. They were big, huge things, and you had to have a lot of money, and I don't feel this guy had a lot of money for that. So this is old-fashioned police work, okay? Tell me about the Sun underneath the Lovers with the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Alright. Harm. Painful new beginning. Killed these kids. You know how I said there was wire? Take a real close look at that card. Okay. Bound, tied, killed these children, saw a new opportunity, a way to get out of this and try and get clean. The bottom of the deck. And this one's going to be important. Justice. This motherfucker is going to be found, okay? This motherfucker is going to be found. What has been made wrong in the past has now been made right. So I do believe that this person is going to be caught if they look in the right area for Sara's body. Again, I don't think whoever they first started thinking was the suspect here is the suspect. Okay, I could be wrong. But if that's the case, maybe there was someone else involved here. Alright? Some sort of an accessory maybe that gave the money, that knew kind of what was going on, was afraid to step up to this person because they're severely demented. But Sara says knowledge, slowing it down. Like she knows, she forgives, she's happy in heaven. This takes patience. Patience came out as well. And there's the justice. So I do believe that this person is going to meet either the legal system or their karma in hell, okay? The Star, alright? The Star, this is about wishes. She wants this person to be found. She wants this person to be found. She's tired of, like, things not moving along. She's telling me there's evidence there. They're just following the wrong trail. They need to slow it down, re-look at everything, re-interview everybody. The knowledge is there. Everything is there. You just need to look. Stop overlooking it. This is what she's telling me. Stop overlooking it. The Magician. All right, creating delusions. I believe they talked to this person lied. Okay, or someone knows something and they lied to the police here. Okay, putting them on a wild goose chase. And then you have the Devil energy. Okay, this is the person that killed them. This is the person that killed them. Definitely the Devil energy. Like, this tells me this is the murderer. Again, King of Wands has a serpent in their hand, okay? This goes along with the Eight of Swords, okay? Can shape, I hate to say shapeshift, but can shift so they can seem normal at one moment, but inside they're completely fucking gung-ho. Two of Swords, okay? Sara's life was at a crossroads, or this person was at a crossroads, felt like their hands are tied, or this could actually represent her hands being tied, okay? Because we also did see that Ace of Wands, which tells me that, you know, she, the broomstick, is what she showed me. So, hands are tied, hands are bound, like this, okay? That's her telling me this. The Fool. This motherfucker, and again, we're back in the woods, okay? We're back in the woods. He took a risk here. It was very risky. It was very, very risky, but he did it anyway, okay? He knew there was a possibility of being caught, but he also knew there was a possibility of not being caught. But did it anyway. The Hierophant. I want you to notice this, all right? Look in the center with the cross, okay? Sarah was a Christian, all right? And this is some like a man of God, okay? A preacher, someone of authoritative power here, okay? Might have been confessed to, might be involved in it, I don't know. Two of Wands, there's distance here, okay? There's distance. The distance here tells me, like what Sarah said, they're not looking in the right spot. It's further away from there. It's further away from there, further than what they think. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is the motherly figure that I told you about when I was looking at that Nine of Swords. This is the motherly figure, okay, of this person. This person got a lot of satisfaction out of this. Also, with the Ten of Pentacles, this could mean life insurance policy, okay? Just saying, just throwing it out there. Finding balance. King of Cups coming in like a white knight. Hey, I'm going to save you. You know what I mean? This guy has a sick mind. Thought he was saving these girls. Or someone said, hey, I'm going to save you. Or, you know, they're going to come and save you. It's playing with their emotions here. All right? But, again, Five of Swords. What a brutal death. A brutal death. A brutal death. Yeah. I can't. Like, I'm really impacted by this, because even though I did Layla's spread, okay, a lot of this goes together. And, I mean, just by this paperwork that she gave me as I was scribing, Sarah came in today, and Sarah has been very, 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 very strong. So we're going to go over the details here again. Okay, there's definitely travel involved. We know that. All right. It happened in Litchfield, New York. She's telling me that's not where it happened. Route 612, a town that starts with an A. She's acknowledging Armstrong Road and some sort of abandoned cabin after some mountain ranges. Okay, so not wherever they're looking for. Okay. She said it's a quiet, secluded area. All right. She's showing me fall leaves, fall weather. She can hear water. He held her in the cabin, did not murder her immediately. I do believe that there were other kids involved here. If they weren't with her at the time, then there are other kids murdered here possibly. Or could just be other kids that he killed that are within the energy, okay? Whoever Molly is, I do not know who Molly is. I don't know if it's a family member, if it's a friend, if it's someone that this guy killed. I don't know. All right. She's telling me she wore pink and white floral underwear. Her clothes were burned. He took her in a silver vehicle, older model, between the 1970s and 1980s, either a truck or a van. The inside of the interior was like blue. Again, she said he was a man with a blue button-down work-style shirt like a janitor, but it wasn't like a uniform shirt. It looked like a janitor shirt, and it was like blue denim, but not blue, and that it had like snapping buttons. He was a like balding man with dirty blonde, deep hair, with a mustache and possibly beard. His hair was slicked back. He was kind of like disheveled a bit, but his hair was greased, like dirty, like greased back. He wore glasses, and he was wearing a pair of Wrangler blue jeans and black work boots. That there was a kit inside, which She acknowledges here, and it came out in the cards as well. The broom handle, the wire. She was with the duct tape, a ski mask. She's telling me that she was SA'd, that her wrists were tied. That came out as well in the reading. That she was gagged. She couldn't speak. That also came out in the reading. That she's in a forested area. That there's a nearby park. Again, with that Four of Wands, there's kids, you know, playing around there. That can also indicate that as well. She's saying she got hit in the head by a rock. I don't know if that was the final blow. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I can only get what she gives me. But that was part of, you know, her experience. She's showing me hit by a rock. I don't know if it was to get her into the car, or I don't know if that was at the end of her few minutes last of life. The cabin, the survival cabin after a mountain range. She primarily said after the mountain range. Okay. She said she's showing me old leaves, like almost dead leaves, fall weather, and she can hear water. So there is water nearby. How close, I don't know. There's some sort of park, whether it's a state park or a child's park, I'm not sure. Okay, but the street route number 612 is very significant here. I wasn't expecting to get something like that in a town that begins with an A. She's also acknowledging Armstrong Street. Okay, so I believe I know what happened to this girl. I know that she's giving us messages here. She's saying they're looking in the wrong place. I'm not where they think I am. Slow down, look back at everything. You have some knowledge of what happened. And she's asking for forgiveness. Either forgiveness to her family, or forgiveness to, you know, she has forgiveness for her murderer. I don't know. Patience came up, so this has been, you know, 30 years. You know what I mean? That she's been missing. And the family definitely needs closure here. So, this is my first attempt on this one. I might revisit it a little bit later to see if we can get more information. But for now, this is what I have. Okay? And this poor little girl. And again, I feel that this person has done this before. Okay? Trucker van, like an old Dodge Ram Charger, Ford Echo line, some sort of big trucker van, silver in color, and with blue interior. So, if any of this sounds familiar to you, or you know, like, the general location of, like, Route 612, I don't know what state, okay, she didn't give me that, city that starts with an A or has an Armstrong Street in it, please reach out to me. Please, because I would like to know more. If I can, you know, get an idea of where this is. Again, like I said, she said there's a body of water and a park. She's, it's past the mountains, where the cabin was. It's past the mountains. She's showing me under a bunch of leaves, so it's a heavily wooded area, but not, like, in the middle of the forest. If you know any areas like this, please, please, please contact me. Because if you contact me and you can show me where you think this is, I might be able to piece more of this together. Okay? I know it's a long shot. People think that, you know, the tarot reading and psychic ability and clairvoyance is hootenanny. I take my gift very serious. I did not research anything here, okay? Like I said, I do know of Sara Anne Wood because I did see it on the news in 1993, and I was a child, okay? So my parents would tell me, don't go out anywhere, you can't go out anywhere, you can't go by yourself, this kind of thing. So that's really the reason why I remember this case. But I would like to give her family some closure, since how her body was never found, and I don't know if anyone was ever convicted of this. So yeah, if you guys can help me, I would greatly appreciate it. Please make sure you say, or if you could like this get it onto the platform where it'll get some more action and be noticed. And if you guys could also subscribe to the channel as well to stay tuned for updates and other readings like this one. And if you guys know of any other cases of unsolved missing people or murders, please don't hesitate to give me, a name and a location and a date where I can try and see what I can't come up with on my own. Again, I don't research these. I don't like to have a lot of information going forward. I like to use my intuition and trying to connect to the energy of the person that we're trying to contact. So again, thank you guys so much for staying with me. This is a long reading. It's an hour and 15 minutes. But hopefully maybe we can get a couple answers for Sara and her family, and she can finally get some closure and be discovered and be put in a rightful place where her family can remember her. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.